I'm on a mission to make Destiny's forgotten exotics usable, and today I'm using the Sealed Ahamkara Grasps. Sealed Ahamkara is a hunter exotic that reloads your weapons on melee hits and gives a few seconds of stompy-like movement boosts as well. Look, this exotic is kinda terrible. There's no way around it. Its effects can be achieved with a single fragment slot on a multitude of subclasses, rendering them basically worthless. But I'm here to make them usable, so if I can put something together that's fun and holds its own in a heroic Nightfall, I'll consider it a success. Of course, we gotta start with the fit. My plan going into this is a cowboy style build, so I had to use the hat. I had to. Who writes this stuff? The cowboy hat with some bone-like armor to match the exotic, and I think we've got something here. Alright, build time. Last time I used these, they were actually pretty good. Back in Forsaken, when the flaming throwing knife would reload your weapons every time the fire dealt damage. They don't do that anymore, but I did want to see what they were capable of now, so I ran down to a Cosmodrome Lost sector to see what's what. My first thought was maybe using a reload activated perk like Volt Shot. That didn't work. You get a takedown, throw a knife, it fills the magazine with no Volt Shot. Great. So I need to find something that would benefit from simply a magazine fill. Maybe Last Word. This was actually fun. Fanfire some shots, throw a knife, fanfire some more, and so on. I'll be honest, the extra mobility and jump height was actually kind of throwing me off more than anything. It's not around when I actually want to jump, but it's around when I'm mid-fight, so I end up jumping way higher than I expect. My big issue right now is finding a weapon that would actually benefit from being filled on demand. Most of the weapons you'd want that for already have auto-loading. The only real weapons I can think of that would benefit from this actually happens to fit my theme as well. Dead Man's Tale and Last Word. I already tried Last Word, but DMT might actually benefit more since the main issue is once you get it stacked up for the bonus damage and fire rate, it already needs a reload. I'm on Solar for the Golden Gun and Radiant on melee hits, so now it's time just to go into a Nightfall. Took some getting used to, but I eventually found success with this loadout. At the start it was difficult, the ads were packed in and I didn't have any real wave clear, so I was stuck trying to take precise headshots in a crowd. But after that first room, things picked up. It was actually fun playing the shooting gallery game, cracking headshots and throwing knives at everything. Dare I say I was actually having a good time with Sealed Ahamkara Grasps? The dynamite was especially fun. Throwing a pack of explosives into the air, hitting a spin with the Last Word, then hip firing it out of the air. I decided to stick with the Last Word. It was much easier to use and I didn't feel as punished for missing a single shot as I was with Dead Man's Tale. But then I had a thought. What about Centrifuge? It usually struggles with magazine size and the Ark Hunter is all about punching anyways. So I loaded up for round 2, this time Ark Hunter with Centrifuge. At the start, I was using the stackable melee damage and trying to incorporate Centrifuge in, but towards the midway point I actually switched to the blind melee and that went so much better. I actually think this was on par with the throwing knives and Last Word. In conclusion, I had fun. Is this exotic good? No, not really. Like I said at the beginning, nothing about this exotic is unique. It doesn't do anything that a fragment couldn't take care of. There are various ways to work around a reload, and this exotic doesn't even do it the best. But that's not what this series is about. Yes, there are better ways to do what I did here, but the point is that I was able to make this exotic fun, and I wouldn't have tried it otherwise. Would I recommend trying it? Yes, it's actually a fun little challenge that had me thinking outside the box for ways to make it its best. I had fun here. It didn't win over any of my loadout slots as I'm kind of running out of room for those, but I enjoyed myself, I enjoyed my time, and that's exactly what this series is about. So I hope you enjoyed me trying to make this painfully mediocre exotic work, and I hope you all try it as well. Let me know what you come up with in the comments, and until next time.